Hello. Okay, so I already did this intro once because I don't know, something was going on with my laptop, technical difficulties. I don't know. Um, also, also, I set up my laptop on my bed. It's the same style where the way I used to do my readings a while ago, a long time ago. In fact, I've stopped doing them this way because I have a whole setup now, a table designated to readings with a camera set up over the table and and a microphone. And because I upgraded my microphone, I had to, do it different and have a whole setup and stuff because the microphone is like a professional microphone. And I can't just sit it on my bed. So I was glad to have all that nice upgraded equipment, but I felt like I should do a reading tonight, and I was already in bed, settled down after a day where I was kind of on the run, and I hadn't been on my laptop yet today. So I was glad to be reminded to do my rewards points on my laptop. My new laptop has this program where I can earn rewards points by just using the search engine. And clicking on some certain things every day, I get like 200 to 300 points a day. It takes me about a month to get a $10 gift card when I redeem the points for Amazon. So I've already redeemed 3 gift cards to Amazon, and I'm close to getting a fourth $10 gift card. So I didn't want to lose out on those points today. So I was glad that something urged me to get my laptop out before I called it a night. And then I just had some technical difficulties. But also my oracle earlier called me out on gluttony, and I was like thinking, well, it was just Thanksgiving Day, and yeah, the day before that was my birthday, so yeah, I did let myself eat a lot of snacks, I will say. And but I was just kind of like, whatever, oracle, right? Because I just like now and then I'll just check in with my oracle and I'll say what's the best thing for me to focus on right now. And gluttony came out, and I was like, huh. you know, I kind of let myself eat snacks knowing that I was probably about to like turn the tables and do a fast, a juice fast or something soon. So, or go back to clean eating, cut out sugar again altogether, which seems like the thing to do just for my body's sake, so my body can get back in balance. But then when I was trying to figure out the technical difficulties to my laptop setup right now, I got the pleasure of seeing myself in the camera. Right now the screen's tilted down so you can see my bed here with the pics, but when the screen was tilted up towards me, I saw exactly why they were pointing out gluttony to me. So, but this reading is not about calling you out, okay? It sometimes happens that these readings will pinpoint or poke at something that it's useful to look at. And sometimes those things can be uncomfortable and difficult, right? I saw a meme today, a quote that said, it said a bunch of things, but the thing that stuck out to me was like, it was saying life is hard, which I don't necessarily agree with, but it was saying being obese is hard and being fit is hard. So pick your hard. And I was like, oh, yeah. Good point. I use all my time to put my effort towards, doing my shadow work and giving myself what I need, but like right now my body is probably screaming out for something different, and if it's going to be hard, I might as well do the hard that helps my body the most, which is probably cutting out sugar. So sugar's not that great when you cut it out. Like I've gone years, without eating sugar. Well, I would have to say years where I mostly didn't eat sugar. And I can say that during the times that I've cut out sugar, if I were to try something that was sugary during the time where I had been off sugar, it tasted awful, honestly. And it wasn't enjoyable, and it wasn't worth it it was like, why would I put this poison in my body? It doesn't even taste good. But right now, I've totally been eating sugar for a while now. So sugar feels good to my body right now, in the moment, not afterwards. Afterwards, my body, I can sometimes get like that inflammation feeling, and and then I'm just like, oh yeah, I guess my body's like kind of rebelling against sugar. So I'm ready, I guess. And this reading was meant to be some words of encouragement. So I hope that one of these piles has some words of encouragement for me as well. But I'll have to see after I do it. These are the picks. You're going to be pick 1, pick 2, and pick 3. And I just randomly pulled these out of the astrology oracle, which is obviously has more than astrology now. It just was random that they were all pink, and it was random that 2 of them were lengths of time. But 2 days, 180 days, and a Capricorn are the choices. 1 or more. Use your own intuition to decide if there are any helpful informations for you to reflect on. And it's going to be words of comfort. Okay? So, let's start with pick 1. We'll probably make these quick readings, but we'll get some words of comfort. First of all, generally, what's going on with pick 1? Be curious. Be true to self. Not that we're telling you what to do. These are just options. Ascendant. Ascendant is the place in the astrology chart that indicates the energy of how you want to be seen and how the people you know see you. Okay? Generally. Apophis is really dark energy. Apophis. Okay, in conjunct is things are hard. It's hard to get this energy going together. There's something. Okay. Listen to fear. Okay, so the feeling I'm getting. Hold on, I've got to adjust here a little bit. Okay. The feeling I'm getting. My bed used to be a queen size bed, and it was a lot easier to do these readings on that queen size bed, because now I'm on a twin size bed, and my cards and my blankets and my pillows, because I've got like 2 king pillows and a regular pillow and a comforter and a blanket and my cards and me and the laptop, and I don't want nothing to fall off. So anyway, okay, so maybe it feels like that, like, how can you fit all these things together? Like, there must be a smoother way for this to work out. Something like that. Where it's like, is worried about something falling apart or something not coming together. Angel. Okay, so you're in this situation. You're longing for something, and it could have to do with your work, or it could be that you have to be really industrious to figure out a new way to do this thing. The time period of 12 days or 12 weeks could be significant to this, as well as 2 days. But this fear is actually prompting you. Now, the fear is because you're looking at a situation that doesn't look like it's going to work out. It's like, how could this possibly work out? There's definitely something has gone wrong, or something is off here. Something is really, a shadow has ruined this, has taken over, and has even like put a shadow on me and how I look to the people I know, or how the people I know see me, or someone specific sees me, something like that. Or how I want to be seen. I feel like everyone can see this thing that is kind of darker about me or something like that. But this has put you in a situation where you're fearful, maybe of being found out, maybe of getting it wrong, of not this thing not working out or coming together. And it's put you in this position to need to come up with a new way to do something. That's what this 0 degree is. Anytime we see a 0 degree, this is meaning that this energy can be used in a brand new way. It's not bound by the conditions of previous usage. It's like a pioneer degree. It's the baby. It's like it can start over in any way you want. And this is all watched over by angels. If you I was going to say if you believe in angels. I feel like when I went to say that, I was like, I didn't want to say that because, like, of course there are angels, but, like, also, you know, angels are just like us. We're angels too, right? Like angels are just beings that are working in the light. So I feel like you're bringing light to something that's been really dark and been really weighing you down, and maybe other people too, because maybe, you know, this is something where you will be seen and you will inspire others by being an example to others when you bring yourself out of this situation that you're in, which is very uncomfortable, I feel. It's good, but you are longing for change. You are longing for something, right? And it's like bigger, or something to work out, something where you might even start a new industry when it comes to whatever you do to solve this situation. It involves, you know, being true to yourself, being curious, meaning questioning things. You know, ask and you shall receive. So there's something here to question, especially with regards to whatever the fear is that's coming up. Question the fear as well. It's like, why am I afraid of this? What would be so bad about that if that happened? You know, really dig into those kind of questions for yourself. All right, let me start pulling some cards here. Let's tell pile 1, or pick one, something they're doing very well. You have foresight. You are able to see what is in store for the future. So you can envision it. Whatever this is you're going to be doing, you can kind of look ahead. When you know what it is, when you know how you're going to proceed, you can kind of see into the future of how it's going to pan out, right? And how it would serve not only you but others. And how it would solve something, especially a longing that you have. You feel very passionate about this when it hits you. You are able to follow your passion. You're passionately driven. Alright, what else? Tell us something else that pick one is very good at. You know what's true for you. See, be true to yourself. You know your truth. So I have a feeling, I just had the feeling that, like, whatever you're doing, there might not be a lot of supporters on board, right? Like, you might be going against what other people think would be appropriate. And maybe that's why you get some haters along the way, or people, you know, you are not supporting you. It's like you have to be true to you because you know what this is. You know what the importance of this. You know why you're drawn there, and you know that you'll get there. And your curiosity can lead you into the places that you need to go. You also know how to be happy while you get there. Like you will make it an enjoyable process for yourself. Okay, some words of encouragement for pick number 1, please. self-respect. So when you have people that are doubting you, or when you have this dream for yourself, first of all, if people are doubting you, make sure that you're true to yourself, not them. And if you feel like what you dream of, what you want, is something that you're not worthy of, then make sure you respect yourself enough to know that you are worthy of it. This is saying, you can do this. You're meant for this. You're in a difficult situation because it's pushing you towards something. Like, there's a bridge that's waiting to be built, and no one else knows how to build it, but you know how to build it. You know how to build it. And you might not go because no one's supporting you and no one's gone before you. You have to go alone because you're the one who knows how to build the bridge. You walk over the bridge because you built the bridge. When you've built the bridge, it's not just benefiting you. A lot of people will be seeing this, and it will be inspirational to them as well. This is something that is foundational for humanity, I want to say, interestingly enough. It's like, you're worthy of this. Whatever this is for you, you're worthy of this, and it's meant to be that way. It's meant to... The difficulties you're facing are only there to be disassembled and used as the stuff you build your bridge with, right? Like, what you figure out about yourself and the process is what you use to build that bridge. And you just get there, one step at a time or whatever. It's not easy because it's not been done before. It looks like it can't even be done. It looks like it won't line up. I can see by the inconjunct, it looks like it will not line up, but it can be done. It's a challenge. In this lifetime, you took on a challenge. You've probably mastered a lot of things in life, and this is a hard one. You came to do hard things. This is one of them. Let's see. We've got Earth School. This card says life lessons, soul growth, study, and higher learning. So this is from the Starseed Oracle. And it's basically saying just what I was saying as I flipped the card, which is that, you came to do a hard thing. It hasn't... Why is it hard? Because it hasn't been done yet. And because you already did the easy things, You already did the thing... You already did the other things. Now you're doing a harder thing. But you can do it. You are worthy of it. Like yes, I heard, like, do I have the balls to do this? Like, is it really, like, that's like a ballsy thing to do. And I kind of hate using that saying because, like, I don't want to get into, like, sexist whatevers. But that kind of saying is, like, giving me the gist of what this means, which is just like, yeah, it is kind of like, takes bravery and courage. It does take all the skills that you have, that you built up, that you had to cultivate in yourself to get to the point where you're ready to build and go across the bridge. And the longing is part of it, okay? That longing is an ingredient. So pay attention to your longing because it's trying to pull you towards something that you're meant to go towards, and that needs a bridge built in order to get there. Listen to the fears because those fears are what is telling you can't do it, and those need to be loved by you. You need to integrate all fearful parts so that you have all the ingredients you need to cross the bridge. It's like if fear was the troll under the bridge, like, I guess in this example, the bridge is already built. Like, if fear was the troll that's going to be under the bridge, you would defeat the troll first, right? Like, before you, like, finished your beautiful bridge, you'd be like, okay, well, there's a troll here, gotta get rid of him, otherwise he's gonna, like, make this bridge uncrossable in the future. It will be useless because no one will be willing to go through the troll. It's like, no, you actually collect the parts of yourself that are able to do that too. So you have angelic presence here. It takes an angel to do this, right? Like, you have to you have to, in a way, be, I want to be, I want to say, in a way, be selfless, but also it's not selfless, because there's a part of you that could say it was selfish because you're going towards something you want to, but it's all of those things, right? It's really beautiful, and it's like being true to self is how you get there. So it's not selfish, and it's not to be disrespected by you or anyone else. You know, if no one supports you, then they're not meant to be in your cheerleading squad, you know? And make sure that you're a good cheerleader for yourself, at least, right? Because this is a hard bridge to build. This is a hard build if you're not on your own team, if you're sabotaging yourself. And the fears can make you sabotage yourself. The fears say, oh, I'm not good enough for this. Oh, I can't do this. Oh, this is too hard. Oh, it shouldn't be like this. The fears say, what's the point? The fears say, you know, it shouldn't be up to me. It's not on my shoulders. But, like, this is what you came to learn. You did. And it does affect the world at large. And you do have a choice. You can say, I won't do it. But is that longing ever going to go away? I don't know. Is the fear ever going to, like, shut up? I don't know. Forward might be the only way, you know. But you will know better. And these words of encouragement are meant to help you feel into your own self upon the reflection of these words, which means, like, do you feel the part of you that knows that you can do it? Can you get in touch with that part? Can you feel the part of you that has fears? And can you be with those fears? Be present with those and comfort them and let them integrate into the larger whole part of you that has already traversed everything you've already done. The darkest of dark in you can be loved. Like, this is a very dark part, right? And you think that's like the troll under the bridge. You think that's like, I want to say, like a no-go. That's like a do not pass go, do not collect 200 kind of thing. But it's not. Even that darkest thing can be loved, can be integrated, can be overcome. A bridge can be built. It's interesting how we're talking about the bridge here, because, like, I mean, I have considered myself a rainbow bridge builder, and I know there's a team of rainbow bridge builders, and for me, rainbow bridge just means, like, taking us from one way of being, maybe like being in this density of fear, you know, in the hell realm or whatever, up to the heaven realm, the angelic realm, where we're free of fear, and we are with the understanding and knowing of who we really are, which is the journey you're on. Okay, pick one. That was really awesome and intense, and I loved talking about it. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Remember, it's just information to reflect on. So just take what's helpful to you, and leave the rest. And perhaps we'll see you in a future reading. Okay, I've got to shift again here. Okay. Now we are going to go to pick two. Pick two, you chose 180 days. Just still cleaning up the cards from pick one here. Okay, so pick two. I don't have any sage or anything here, but I think it'll be fine. Just use the violet flame to clear. Ooh, that feels good, right? You may want to look into the violet flame if you don't already know about it. What's going on with pick two? Some transformation. Oh, of the very deep kind. Of something you have no control over. Surrender, 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 let go. Surrender, let go, let go. Words of comfort. Follow your instincts instead of trying to analyze your way out of this thing. There is a story you're telling yourself, and you're trying to make things make sense in your mind, and you're trying to control certain factors so that you don't have to go down a certain rocky path or pass a certain fearful terrain that seems unappealing. But in actuality, surrender, 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 let go, let go, let go is how you get through this, okay? You'll be in this cycle until you surrender. You will be in this cycle until you surrender. So what are you trying to control? The truth? You don't want something to be true? Is there a truth that you haven't been able to accept? You're in denial of? Something that you've let go under your radar that's kind of been trying to poke its way into your reality and existence, and you haven't let it be there? Something that would be very helpful to you? What needs to be surrendered? Anxiety, okay. Your mistrust in yourself. Okay, so there's part of you that doesn't know that you can handle this. That's why you're anxious. If you knew you could handle what was to come, you wouldn't be anxious. And you wouldn't be trying to control all the aspects. If you had faith, you wouldn't be anxious. Okay, so this is part of your soul plan. So any anxiety you're facing is there for you to become aware that you don't trust yourself in some area. Okay. It's maybe because of how you feel about your worth. And what you see as your role. This used to say new role, but the N fell off, and now it says you role. So, I think you've put yourself into a role, and you think that's your role, and maybe it was because of societal expectations or parental expectations, but because you are in that role, you're kind of like miserable. It's kind of like getting hard to stay in that role because that's not the role you're meant to be in. It's kind of like you had a soul plan, and now the human aspect of you that doesn't remember your soul plan is trying to implement a different plan. But your soul is not letting you do that other plan very easily at this point, because it's time to really surrender that human plan and go for the soul plan. You can get there and find out what it is by being curious, like ask questions of the universe. Ask and you shall receive. Just put a question out there and just watch for an answer. They can come in signs, symbols, words that other people say, a television show, a commercial, a sign on the street, an animal, a metaphysical correlation, whatever. So when you have an inner urge towards something and then you ignore it or you suppress it or deny it because you don't trust yourself to take action on it, it's causing you anxiety. And really all you need to do is follow that urge and know that you can handle whatever happens. You don't know what's going to happen, and that's part of it, right? Part of it is that why would you do that? Why would you just take a leap off a cliff and you didn't know what was below, And it's like, well, this seems like a high calling. I don't know what your situation is, and it's certainly not to jump off a cliff, so don't take that literally. But it's definitely something with the equivalent feeling of like, if I have to let go and I have to go towards this urge, I don't know where I'm going to end up. So all I can do is surrender control, know that I don't control this, and follow this inner urge. Look, we've got urge twice here. This is the feronia is the what's the word I'm trying to find out? I'll remember. Feral. It's not feral, but limbic brain. Anyway. Oh, that word. Why is it gone? Tell me that word telepathically if you know what I'm talking about. It's not feral. It's like reptilian. No, it's the part of the brain, instinctual, maybe. Maybe it's instinctual. So, anyways, the instincts or the inner urge that you have, be curious about that, right? Like, ask questions if you need to, because maybe if you started to like go towards it, if you actually like allowed for yourself that there would be another possibility, you could ask enough questions to suffice your mind, which wants to know. Okay, that is possible. But at this point, it seems like maybe you have been ignoring that and not looking at it and not even allowing it into your awareness as a thing. You've been like ignoring it or fighting it off or not allowing it into your awareness, so that's what's causing the anxiety. There's something that's asking you to join in. Join in. What are they joining in? Let's see. Let's ask that. Straight up, we'll ask. It's some sort of higher learning. Some sort of bigger picture view. Or travel. Is your family urging you towards something? There's some sort of pressure from your family. Could that be the thing that's causing you anxiety? That could be the thing causing you anxiety, right? Is like the expectations of your family to join in and do what they do. Okay, so is it preferable that they join in? Let me ask that, because maybe it's split for people. I don't know why that came that way. Dig for the deeper reasons why that is all the way it is. But this is the time to do that. You've definitely been putting something off for a while, and it's like maybe you've been putting it off because of the demands of your family. And you're getting anxious because there's something else here that you've been ignoring. One month Cancer and assistance. That song, Mr. Big Stuff, who do you think you are? Just came into my head, so I don't know if that's significant to you. Alright, so I don't think I should try to pinpoint this down a little bit more. If you know, then you know. That's what I'm going to say. But I do think that there is some help for you if you need it, right? Ask and you shall receive. Know that you're worthy of it. This is part of your soul plan. The anxiety is because of the inability to surrender control and follow that inner urge. So what is pick 2 doing well? You are a giver. You are of service. You are giving to others, maybe these family members, maybe others in general. It could be your line of work. But that is a beautiful thing that you're being recognized for. And you do know that you have intuition. Right? So there's a difference between your inner urge and your intuition. Okay, that primal, that was the word I was looking for. Primal urge is what's kind of being focused on here, but you have intuition. So if you ask about what this urge is about, maybe your intuition can fill you in a bit. Alright, that I feel very unclear about what I said there, so if that doesn't apply, then don't take it, because I didn't feel real resonance on that. Okay. What does pick 2 do really well? You are ingenious. You are able to adapt and innovate. Like, you've probably tried a lot of things to overcome this situation already. Unless it's got you feeling hopeless, but none of them work, because surrender is the only thing that's going to work in this. See that Pluto energy? Surrender is required. Whenever you see Pluto, you know surrender is going to be required. That's Scorpio energy. We got Scorpio over here as well. This is a fated time for it to happen, and it's been delayed. That's why you're anxious as F. You are delaying something that is ready to be done by you and your soul plan. And you've been just kind of using all the skill that you have to adapt to the uncomfortable situation, and what it actually takes is the surrender. And you have a great imagination. So you have artistic and creative expression, and you are able to immerse yourself in that. So maybe you've imagined a lot of ways how this could work out, and you just maybe hadn't seen them as either like they didn't pan out, or that you hadn't seen them as feasible, so you didn't take steps towards them. But it wouldn't have mattered, because surrender. Okay. And some words of encouragement. All paths lead home. So even that you've delayed, even though that you've put your energy somewhere else for a while, you'll still get there. Like you've learned a lot, and you still have a lot of experiences that you've gleaned wisdom from. All paths lead home. It says, inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. When you surrender control, then you and your ability to respond and adapt to what the universe has in store, to what your soul has planned for you, not for what your human being is doing to cope with the situation. That is not part of your soul plan any longer. Okay, and one more from the Archangel Michael deck, please. Some words of encouragement for pick number 2. Oh, I love these cards. Innocence. You're innocent. Like, you've done nothing wrong here, okay? The saying it's been delayed and saying that you've been trying all these other things that didn't work, it's not to shame you, it's not to blame you, it's not to say you've done something wrong. You are innocent. You're one of God's children, and you're on a journey here. Like we said, like all the things that you've tried already, all the experiences you've had, those all lent towards wisdom you've gained. So, and then pay attention to your dreams. So you're getting clues in your dreams, and that makes a lot of sense, because when we don't pay attention to our longings and our inner urges, our subconscious can come out through our dreams. So there's a few different ways to interpret dreams. You can use different ones for different seasons, I want to say. But one way is to look at like how you felt in the dream. And those would be subconscious things that are trying to come to your attention. Like the equivalent of those feelings would be the feelings that you need to love in yourself, or love yourself through, or be present with in yourself. And another way is that to find the symbolism for each thing that shows up in your dream, and ask those things in your dreams why they're there. In what way are they there to benefit you? And actually like get answers from the symbolic things in your dream. So those are just some ideas. There are people out there, of course, that can offer you assistance with that type stuff. Like maybe that's what you need assistance with, like decoding what this next step in your plan is. Okay. Okay. All right. I said, okay, all right, because I just took a whole nother interpretation of this spread and was able to apply it to my own life and a certain situation that I was dealing with, and how I've been having crazy dreams lately, but I haven't like been decoding them. I've just been like, huh. And I should be decoding them, and I will from now on. Okay. Alrighty then. Pick 2. Thank you for your participation. Remember, this is just information to reflect on. It's meant to be helpful, so just take what is helpful to you. And I will perhaps see you in a future reading. Pick 3 is Capricorn. If you chose pick 3, this is your reading. I'm just going to clear from the last reading with Violet Flame. Okay. Thetis. She is a shapeshifter. What's going on with pick 3? Might be time to adapt. Pay attention to the details of something. We've got Virgo. Virgo likes to pay attention to details, is a purist, a perfectionist sometimes. Be very patient. What's going on? Maybe you have been very patient, I want to say. '11th house with hopes and dreams and friendships, perhaps, and finding the truth about things that are hard to know. Life of the party. Reprioritize. Omens. Have you been getting a lot of signs and symbols? You're in gratitude. You've got a nice high vibe there, don't you, pick 3? What's going on with pick 3? Something that's taking a while, huh? Maybe you had to take some distance from friends that were, you know, relating in an unfair manner. Maybe as you've been reprioritizing your life, you've documented like the results of the changes you've made. I think ultimately you'd rather be united and in unity, but the energy being like imbalanced alerted you to something that you paid attention to and you learned something about it. light was shined onto the situation, and it was something karmic that was needing to be looked at. And transformed. You didn't have control over it, and you used love to transform it. Wow. And maybe you even had to like shapeshift, right? Like you had to like let certain things play out so that you could understand them. Okay. I'm just going to ask, is there anything else we need to know? This was the time, this is a fated thing for you. What is pick 3 really good at? Immersing your imagination, immersing yourself in artistic and creative expression. So you are an artist or a creative being. You're able to access your feminine energy. You are a strategist, so you're also able to access your masculine energy. You have a backup plan. You're very balanced, right? In your masculine and feminine. You were studying something. You were studying something about unfair relating, or like vampirism, or like fear programs. Okay. Gratitude. We've got gratitude twice now, right? That was in here. Yeah, you got gratitude here. Gratitude is a big part of your life. Be grateful for all you are blessed with. You are a very grateful person. I feel like the reason why I don't have a lot to talk about with you is because, like, there's not much I need to tell you. like maybe you're here just for fun or something. I'm honored that you're here. Thank you for being here. Alright, let's see what else from this deck. Yeah, because, like, instead of trying to tell you stuff, I just feel like I just want to sit here and be in this energy, you know? You possess self-confidence. Yes, told you. That was just me being funny. You know, because saying told you is like a very egoic thing. Love is your energy, and calm is not a weakness. Yes, that's you. You're very peaceful, calm, balanced in your way of being and relating and operating and understanding yourself. I imagine that you've been on a spiritual path, and that you have mastery in a lot of things about Earth, and that you just, you know, studied something in particular. Maybe took a closer look at something in this lifetime, such as energy vampirism. That's why I keep talking about the unfair relating dynamic, because that's where the vampirism comes in, because I don't think you necessarily would be a person that wants to call people vampires, you know? That's just a terminology we use to describe when there's imbalanced energy exchange, but that can't really happen when you don't have a weakness to it. I think that you would just choose to surround yourself with people who are... No, I don't even want to venture to say that. I don't know how you utilize this, to be honest. But I think it's really beautiful. And I think you know how you utilize it. Like, you're an alchemist. And you know it. And you might be sharing it and documenting it as you go. Alright, paying attention to these details when you do so, and what's the shapeshifter here for, I wonder? Let's see. Yeah, like taking on different roles. Like, actually, maybe you're a reflector when it comes to human design, because, like, it could be that, like, when people see you, they see you themselves, in a way. Okay, let's see. Words of encouragement for pick number 3. I remember. Soul plan. The fated life is the destiny life. Oh, versus the destined life. And vertex was a fated time. So I think you probably understand the difference between fate and destiny, and are just on your journey. You awakened, you remember, and you know what you're doing. You have integrated parts of yourself. You know yourself as an innocent being, but not only yourself, but like all beings. Like I don't think you'd be like pointing a finger and saying energy vampire. I think you know that they're a reflection of you and part of all. And so the Forge of Encouragement here from the Archangel Michael deck says, keep your eyes on your targeted intention. Which is probably something you're already doing. Which would mean that you're only watching this from an intention. So what is that intention? Do you care to share? Feel free to let me know if you want to. If not, I'm just going to thank you for stopping in. Remind you that this is just information to reflect on and that it's meant to be helpful. So just take what's helpful for you and leave the rest. And perhaps I'll see you in a future reading. Bye now.